Well, we got Paris's dash back from the upholstery shop. We waited 3 weeks to get it back. I finally was like, come on guys, like what's going on? They kept saying, oh, end of the day, for 2 weeks. So finally I get the dash back and I go in and it's got glue all over it. They sprayed my harness with glue. They sprayed my vents with glue. And then they tried to cover it up by spraying over it with black spray paint. So if you can imagine what that looked like. All these plugs have so much glue on them that I'm not even sure that they're gonna make contact when I plug them back in. The material isn't even sticking to the back where it's glued down. It's totally flapped up. This is not gonna last. It did not fly by my standards, and I let them know that I'm officially breaking up with them. They refunded my money. I cleaned up the dash as good as we could. I'm gonna still put it in for now, but eventually we're probably gonna have to reupholster the dash again. But I need to get this car up and running, so today we're gonna throw the dash back in the car and start moving on in this process and just, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's only pretty good, man.
Time for the cluster buster. Look, man.
Oh my goodness. It looks brand stinking new.
We got lots of stuff to plug in. We got that.
These cleaned up nice.
Yeah, Kai helped me clean up the wire harness that Otto's glued and sprayed with black spray paint. Yeah, I told everyone that we broke up with Otto.
Yeah.
Ready for the grandfather?
So we got the dash back in, and it's good for now.
Yeah, it's
You know, we can always down the road pull it back out and get it reupholstered when we have more time.
We got bigger fish to fry though.
Yeah, we're headed to Vista right now to pick up some car parts. It's a really cool story because it shows the power that social media has. I was contacted through social media. One of my fans, now friends, reached out to me saying that there was a Brat up in the Northern California area. And I was like, it's kind of far away, but he sent me a picture of it and I was like, so freaking mint. Every panel totally straight. I was like, all right, I gotta try to make this happen for us. So I reached out to my buddy Ray Fantasy, who I grew up skating with and now resides in the Northern California area. I was like, hey Ray, how far away are you from this pick and pull salvage yard? And he was like, literally that's like 8 minutes away from my house. I was like, yes. So I want you to pull the fenders, I want you to pull the doors, I want you to pull the hood, the tailgate, the bumpers. Yeah, just strip this car entirely. And Ray's like, I'm game. So he went to the pick and pull, he totally stripped this car and took all the parts back to his house. The power of social media is so key and rad in this situation because I got word that there were some buddies up in NorCal having a little skate trip. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, can you bring me some car parts back home? And they were like, yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning. I'm blown away that all this, down to the car being stripped, to the parts being picked up right now, was a total of 3 days.
Yep. It was meant to be.
Truly was meant to be.
It just worked out.
So we're heading now to meet our buddy Vinton, who was gracious enough to pile all the parts in the back of his truck and bring them home to us.
Yeah. Tire
Got your
Oh,
car.
some goodies.
Yep.
Did you have a good trip?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I know.
Super light. I love how light these are. Gosh.
S.E. Guess what? I'm super stoked.
Are you big stoked?
I'm big stoked.
You ready to strip this little brat?
Let's do this.
Your car looks sick.
It looks mint. It's like an alligator.
See how it's kinked right here? Now that we have the fender off, I can pull this canister off and I can hammer that straight again. We got her all stripped. We still gotta do tailgate. You wanna do that now?
Yeah.
Well, your dash looks nice. So we have one stripped bolt in there that I gotta get out, or Paris can get out. No time like the present to teach a kid how to drill out a broken bolt. Okay, now we're gonna go up one more size.
Okay.
There you go. Look how good you did.
I'm pretty proud. I did that.
So this fender needs to be banged out a little bit before we put it back on, and as you can see, it's pretty banged up. So Ferris is gonna hold it right about there while I tap, 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 tap it out. So there, check that out. So you can see right here where previously they did some body work to it and they filled in the antenna hole. Check it out how bad. This is why you don't just do Bondo. We're gonna be cutting and welding this hole shut, not using Bondo, and I'll show you why. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Looks good for my house. Let's put the balance back on, and I need a rock star. Well, we got all the panels back on.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks really good. It got the bumpers hung. And last night, I diagnosed that there was no problem with the motor. The knocking that we were hearing was actually coming from the catalytic converter. So I yanked it off. I was able to go find another one at a junkyard. So we got that we're gonna put on. We got the suede dash in. There's a couple flaws. If it holds up, then we'll keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
Kind of play that one on the cards that we were dealt, you know.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but
We'll keep an eye out.
I didn't feel like waiting any longer, so the car is ready to be started up. Is there anyone out there that's curious to know what it sounds like without the cat on?
I am.
I am. Start her up, Pear Bear.